So we discussed a while back that Amazon was working on their own cloud gaming service with the codename Project Tempo. Since then, every week without fail, while putting together the notes for the cloud gaming news videos we do, I search for updates on Project Tempo for basically any sliver of information, a leak, a screenshot, literally anything at this point. Well, Amazon has done a phenomenal job keeping this under wraps, making it all the way to the hardware event this week, where they unveiled the new service and its official name, Luna. In terms of competition, Amazon Luna lies closest in functionality to Google Stadia, with a library of games available to stream instantly with no downloads. At its launch, Luna will be available on PC, Mac, Fire TV, iPhone and iPad via web apps, and an Android application is planned for later after its launch, which is a change because usually we see it the other way around with Android and then Apple. That launch date though is yet to be announced, but users in the US can sign up to request early access from today, and I'll leave that sign up link in the description down below. Unfortunately for me, as of yet there is no word about international availability. Whenever that launch happens, Amazon Luna will start at an introductory price of $5.99 a month, and very much unlike Stadia, that is the price you pay, with all of the games in the library included in that monthly subscription. No additional purchases per title. So that monthly subscription gets you access to 1080p 60 FPS gaming with 4K available on select titles and access to more than 100 games at launch, including some heavy hitters like Resident Evil 7 and Control, and they'll also be getting some of the big upcoming titles like Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. All of this obviously powered by AWS or Amazon Web Services, which I have no doubt has the structural integrity to support high quality gaming streaming and should also be capable of servicing a large number of countries. It also seems like with Amazon Luna, there will be less of an issue pissing around with hundreds of different accounts and subscriptions, family accounts, things like that, with each of the base subscriptions allowing for streaming simultaneously to two separate devices. So let's talk about internet speed requirements, the backbone of all cloud gaming services. Luckily, the bar is set pretty low, with the minimum speed requirement being 10 meg, but a minimum of 35 meg required for 4K gaming, matching pretty much what Stadia recommends. But as we always say with any of these services, the faster your speeds, the better gameplay experience you're going to get. But how will you be playing these games? Well, if you're on PC, you can use keyboard and mouse, but for all platforms, you could use the new and optional Luna controller, which is set to be priced at $49.99. The functionality here in the Luna controller, again, mirrors that of the Stadia controller in that it connects to AWS servers via your Wi-Fi to help reduce some of that latency. On that note, Amazon stated, "In fact, our testing showed a reduction in round-trip latency when playing Luna controller with Cloud Direct versus Luna controller via Bluetooth, with reductions of between 17 to 30 milliseconds among PC, Fire TV, and Mac." However, if you're like me and you now have controllers coming out the wazoo, then Luna does also work with the Xbox One and DualShock 4 controllers. Interested to hear your thoughts on this one? I'll most likely begrudgingly pick up yet another controller because, as they've stated, that Wi-Fi connectivity will help reduce the latency. But for $49.99, the Luna controller is definitely looking extremely generic. Like, nobody was thinking outside the box on this one. It is your run-of-the-mill, no-frills controller. So far, we've compared the Luna service to Stadia a lot, which, don't get me wrong, Stadia has grown on me, but it's certainly not the highest bar to set your sights on when launching a service like this. The advantage I think Amazon has out of the gate with Luna is the Twitch integration. Obviously, Twitch is already massively successful and owned by Amazon and gains the eyes of around 1.44 million concurrent viewers and has around 41,000 Twitch partners to help promote a service like this. Amazon has said, inside the Luna experience, players will see Twitch streams for games in the service, and from Twitch, they'll be able to instantly start playing Luna games. Again, sounding very much like the streamer integration features which Stadia promised with YouTube and has so far delivered to about 4 YouTubers. And then we need to talk about the lover of all cloud gaming platforms, Ubisoft. Ubisoft has partnered with Luna and will be providing the Ubisoft channel, which at the moment states it's coming soon, allowing users to access the entire Ubisoft library and day one releases on Amazon Luna. Again, this is something that has been in the works for Stadia for a long time with little to show for it. And then here's Amazon, day one, slapping Ubisoft right on the website. Amazon has also stated this is the first in multiple Luna game channels in development. Until recently, I mean, that could have included a Bethesda channel, but I'm sure Microsoft will certainly put a stop to that.
Not gonna happen! No, not gonna happen!
So let's finish up with some of my thoughts on the announcement. I've already seen some people say that this is doomed to fail, obviously with the comparisons being drawn to Google Stadia, which I get, and I've already lost count of the amount of comparisons we've drawn to it in this video. But one important area where I think Luna stands out though is the business model. I've said from day one, with Stadia, the expectation for players to pay a monthly subscription for Pro and then purchase titles on top of that is just too much. I think the introductory price for Luna of $5.99 is about right for a newly launched platform. We could probably expect to see that go up to around about $9.99, seems to be that standard kind of price for a Netflix of game service. It will also be interesting to see Amazon's stance on a free tier or maybe a free trial. With these services depending so heavily on people's internet connection, players need the opportunity to test the thing out before jumping straight into a subscription. Obviously, with PlayStation 5 and the Series X and S coming out, exclusive titles is a hot topic right now. Are Amazon looking to splash the cash and start securing some timed exclusives for Amazon Luna, or even picking up studios themselves? Obviously, Amazon Game Studios is already a thing, so it'll be interesting to see if the PC-only games like Crucible and New World are set to come to Luna. All in all, as a cloud gaming enthusiast, I'm excited about the announcement. Yes, it will be another subscription and another controller for me, but at the end of the day, another big player in the cloud gaming space only drives competition, which ultimately benefits us, the players. But what are your thoughts on Amazon Luna? Is it something you're interested in trying out? What do you think of the introductory price? Are you picking up the Luna controller? Any and all thoughts, feelings, and predictions? Let me know in those comments down below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it somewhat helpful, a like rating would be appreciated. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next video. Hope everyone's staying safe out there, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.